A half-century ago on January 11th, 1975, the Hartford Whalers played their first game at the Hartford Civic Center. They left 22 years later, but love for the Whale remains strong to this day. Original owner Howard Baldwin is in town this weekend for the premiere of a documentary about the Whalers, and I sat down with him recently to talk about the team right now and whether they'll ever come back.
I'm here with the original owner of the Hartford Whalers, Howard Baldwin, and from California. Howard, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
50 years. How does it feel?
Well, it feels great to be up here standing and talking to you. That's a long time, 50 years, but no, this is really nice. And I really appreciated that the governor and the mayor would come out, guys like you would come out as you did. For me, what it represents is not about me or really the players as much as the people that created this iconic brand by supporting this team through thick or thin, and we had both. And attendance never dropped below 75% paid. And it was a community team. And that's what I loved about the team.
50 years later, they're no longer here.
Yeah.
On an emotional level, how does that feel?
Well, obviously, it should be here. They should never have let it go. But they did. You can't change history.
Who's to blame for them leaving?
I don't know in hindsight, but certainly I think you had an owner in Peter who really never wanted to be here. And they had a governor that maybe got late stubborn, and they didn't step back and look at the big picture. You see, when we did the merger in '79, okay, that's when we got into the NHL. And the NHL Board of Governors, 17 teams, weren't sitting around there and saying, well, we got to have Hartford in the National Hockey League. We got in because we kind of kicked the door down. And it's hard getting into the league in the best of times. So you never want to let it go. No matter what, you never want to let it go.
Here it is, 2025.
Yep.
Is there any possibility of Hartford getting an NHL team again?
Well, you're asking a guy that would never say no. I think you have to try. You have to do everything you can to put your best foot forward. When you look at it and say, is it something that the odds would tell you is going to happen? You probably say, unlikely. But a lot of things were away. Winnipeg is a smaller market than Hartford, and they have their team back with a building that isn't the same size as this building. But the only way you'll know is give it your all and do what the governor and the mayor, everybody here is trying to do, which is keep positive about the market. It's a great market.
I've been told that you need a billionaire who doesn't mind losing lots of money every year.
Well,
A billionaire owner.
It's a hell of a lot different than back in the day. So I think every team, not just Hartford, needs a billionaire owner, or 3 or 4 that would form $1 billion. But there's a lot of wealth in this state, and I would never rule out somebody with the right amount of wealth wanting to put a team here in Hartford. You should never rule it out.
Why do you think this logo is still so popular? People are buying shirts, jackets.
Yeah. The team itself, really, when we were here and when we struggled, we really got into the community and made it a community team. And I think that's one of the keys. We weren't so dependent on winning and losing. We did like 360 events towards the end of my tenure, charity kind of events. So the community embraced the team, and the logo was great, and we had a lot of on-ice success, but then we had a lot of non-success, yet people still hung in there with it. And that captured the imagination, I think, of the people.
Do you believe the owners of the Rangers and the Islanders and the Boston Bruins would say, I don't want them here?
I don't believe that for a second. I know them all. The Islanders I've gotten to know a little bit. They're great people. And Mr. Jacobs, Jerry Jacobs, I was in the league with him with the Whalers and then the Penguins. And he's a great guy, and I think they would never stop something from happening that was good for the league. And that's the attitude they would have.
What was the highlight of your Whalers ownership career, would you say?
Well, certainly the first year when we won everything, which wasn't here. Sadly enough, it was in Boston. 85, 86, when the team turned around.
Is that the parade year?
Yeah.
It was a parade here.
And that's the year I met my wife, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah.
And then when we did the merger, the 79 merger, when we announced it in February, I mean, that was amazing that we could start something in 71 for $25,000. So we paid for it, get it into the National Hockey League.
Would you want to be part of a new ownership group?
I'm not the right guy. You need what you're talking about. Billionaire, and he has a right to have his people.
Yeah.
But I would be first in line to get season tickets and do anything I could do to help make it happen. This community, y'all, you, everybody deserves it.
Howard Baldwin, thank you for bringing the Hartford Whalers here.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
More on the Whalers anniversary on our website, WTNH.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on the 6 o'clock news. Have a great day, everybody.